Disney just announced the revised guidelines for cast members' looks, removing certain restrictions among other things that prevented them from showing tattoos or piercings, a decision which has called into question my rant about dress codes. Ever since I was forced to debate whether or not we should have a dress code in middle school, my focus has been on ensuring people don't make this debate into something it's not. I was encouraged at the time by my teacher to equate having a dress code to losing your First Amendment rights. That was something I wrote almost verbatim in my speech, even though that's not something I believe. I simply liken having a dress code to having standards. I make them for myself, businesses make them for their employees, and everyone is right in having them. You are making a statement every time you leave your house. When you show up to work, to school, or wherever, your clothes say something about you. I can tell so much about a person just looking at the way they dress. It's not me being judgmental, it's me using my basic observation skills. My subconscious is analyzing these things and helping me learn a lot about someone even if I never actually talk to them. It can be something as simple as wearing a Disney shirt, which tells me you probably like Disney. Now, I don't care enough in my everyday life to get deep into these analyses, but you know where I do care? Places that pride themselves on immersing you into a certain environment, taking you into a different world, and telling a story. That's what Disney is all about. That's why you pay more to experience anything Disney. It's a certain level of quality that a lot of other companies don't match. Every establishment absolutely has the right to set standards for their employees and for their guests. Their expectations even for park goers that they follow a certain dress code, and fear of certain items of clothing or lack of clothing detracting from the quote Disney experience. People get tattoos to express themselves, and that form of expression can be distracting. These people design these tattoos and place them where they are to make a statement, and that statement draws attention. But in these immersive environments like these different parklands, my attention is meant to be elsewhere. Cast members wear costumes to aid in this immersive experience. You can learn different things about the land that you're in just by looking at what they're wearing. Storytelling is a full-time job, and you're expected to keep up with that story for the duration of time that you are on property. One of the biggest stories Disney has prided themselves in telling recently is in Galaxy's Edge. You are meant to be transported into this universe, and every cast member is supposed to act like a resident of this planet. It would absolutely take you out of the story to see a cast member with an infinity sign tattoo. It draws attention and distracts from the story that they are trying to tell. If you are trying to sell a certain experience, transport people to a certain time or place, you can't drop your standards or cut corners anywhere. They don't leave anything unchecked in any other aspect. The music, the architecture, even the way the cast members speak is a part of the experience. And this isn't just a Disney thing. If a 5-star hotel blasted the latest pop songs in the middle of the lobby, it would change the experience. If there was a mess left on the floor the whole day, it would change the way you thought about that place. And if the employees walked around wearing jeans and t-shirts, it would say something different about the hotel than what you imagined. I want to emphasize how a dress code is such a big part in creating this ambiance. Someone asked why people need to look professional. Like, I don't know, why do people need to do anything? Remember your standards. You are showing that you care. Don't pretend that qualities like a dress code aren't important to tell a story. If that was the case, no cast member would wear a costume. People are turning this discussion about the idea of having a certain dress standard into something about being too judgmental. As always, whenever I bring up a piece of Disney news, I want people to focus on the subtext. Why did Disney do this? They really don't care about keeping their cast members comfortable. If they did, they'd pay them more. No, they did this because they will say or do anything to keep up their good image because they need people to keep giving them their money. Don't be fooled by their flattery because they really don't care about inclusion. By making this decision, they are ultimately changing their brand standards, which is incredibly ironic because that's always the main thing they pride themselves on keeping up.